The College Basketball Experience pregame show for Super Tuesday, February the 18th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Head over to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. Last but not least, we're brought to you by Rhythm, the data-driven leader in picks and props. Get your 7-day free trial today by heading over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. And welcome everybody into the College Basketball Experience pregame show for Super Tuesday, February the 18th, baby. Oh, slate's good tonight. Can't wait for these games to tip off. This is the best night of the week in college hoops. Not that many games, but quality across the board. We'll dive into every single game. I think there's 29 or 30 games on the dock, so we'll talk about it. But first, introductions. I am Moneyline Mac, aka the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. That's not. There we go. Also known as Mac tonight over here at the College Experience. And joining me from the Pump Fake Pod, baby, you guys know him as Michael Huffer from the great state of Indiana. Hey, what's up, Huff? How are you?
Hey, Mac, doing good. Just excited for another Tuesday. We got to cherish these last few weeks. So, favorite time of the year.
Yes, and the other member of the Pump Fake Pod, you guys know him from the great state of Wisconsin. He is Stooley Picks. What is up, Trev?
Not much. Like Huff said, we're running out of these Tuesdays and Saturdays, so we got to start really enjoying these before we know it, we're going to be betting on pitchers and shit all summer here.
Double pump fake. It might be a David. You're not watching a Davidson game, so.
Yeah.
Good check out the College Baseball Experience. I prefer that over the MLB. All right, let's talk. Let's talk college hoops here tonight. Let's lead it off. We got the game already circled here, tipping off here in 19 minutes. We got a couple games tipping off in 19 minutes. We got Villanova versus UConn. UConn laying 8.5. No, I'm not laying 8.5 with UConn. They don't blow anybody out unless your name's Paul. Villanova can play slow, keep it close. I'm not saying Villanova's going to win, but I'm not laying 8.5 with UConn. Huff, what say you?
I'll fall for the bait with UConn. I mean, I don't. They have not covered this number much at all, but I'm more so feeling that I think Villanova. It seems desperate, but I feel like they're almost going to check out on this season. I think that Xavier loss was tough, but in the last couple of games have been rough for them. So give me UConn on the bounce back here, and Hurley's antics gets them going. Come on.
Yeah, I'm on UConn also here. They lost their last home game prior to this, and then they just blew that Seton Hall game, and Hurley kind of called them out for not giving a shit about these games and just kind of going through the motions, pretty much motherfuckering them in the press conferences. So I think they get up for this. I think they get a big win here, and then they kind of fall flat again after this once they get their get-up game, and then they resort back to their old antics. So I will take UConn here in the 8.5 at home.
All right, so I'll go head to head with you guys. Enjoy that Villanova bullshit, UConn bullshit. Hurley's going to let you down again. Let's go over to 7 o'clock window, CBS Sports Network. We got Davidson, Loyola Chicago. Davidson laying 2.5 of 2. I see a 2 out there. I took Davidson, bounce back off a home loss. I don't trust Loyola Chicago away from Chicago as well. I like Davidson at home as 2 over the years. I know it's not the older McKillop, but I still trust the younger McKillop to get this thing done. So, yeah, give me Davidson here. I'll take it on the money line, though.
Yeah, family ties to the McKillop family. I still think there's some good coaching there. He's got some things to learn, but I think with what he's been working with on his roster, he's done a pretty good job, as it hasn't been the same Davidson team like you mentioned. But I like them here at home, especially just on the money line. I think this game's going to be super close, back and forth. But I think Davidson's efficient enough on the glass, and I don't like Loyola on the road much. And I will say Loyola has been closing out some close games, but I like Davidson here on home, and I think they got the size advantage as well.
Yeah, I like Davidson. Neither team's really playing good in their respective spot, whether it's on the road for Sister Jean's University or Davidson at home here. But I'll take Davidson. I think they need a win here at home. I don't, like you said, I don't like Loyola on the road. So as much as Davidson hasn't been great at home as of late, I think them being at home is a better spot than Loyola on the road here. No Sister Jean magic when you're on the road. So give me Davidson here in the A-10.
Let's go Sister Jean, baby. All right, let's pay some bills here over at the College Experience because we are brought to you by well, first off, ourselves. Get on over there. If you're looking for daily free picks, head over to the Sports Gambling Podcast app today. Download in the Google Play Store. It is free. It is free, I may add. You got NFL's over, college football's over, but college hoops is front and center. NBA, college baseball, NHL, all that good stuff, and MLB soon as well. So get on over there to the SGPN App Store. We are also brought to you by Edge Boost. SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost Premier Visa bettors for betting odds. Get on over there. Plus, you can earn up to $7.50 per month in cashback rewards for using EdgeBoost promo code SGPN, and that is a card over there. And you know where your money is safe and the card can be insured. Head on over there to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie. We are brought to you by our favorite sponsor that was with us from the beginning. MyBookie has upped their new website, their new app. It's great, easy to access, deposit, withdraw, all that good stuff. Head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCE. SGPN. We are also brought to you by Rhythm, the data-driven leader in picks and props. AI sponsor Build Your Model today. Claim your 7-day free trial today by heading over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Last but not least, we are brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Get on over there to Underdog Fantasy. Pick them. Claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. Huff, lead it away. Where are we going for the underdog pick tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Iowa State and Colorado. I think Iowa State comes out super hot, gets it done as well, too. Maybe a little teaser for my pick on that game. But I'll go with Taman Lipsey. I think he gets over the number of 10.5 points, so I will go higher than 10.5 for Taman Lipsey on the first bet of the night. He's the catalyst for them to win this game.
Trev, where are you going?
Going right to the Badgers, game 1. Montez Johnson, I believe, is out for season with a broken wrist, and then I got a notification about 5 minutes ago that Avicic is now questionable for Illinois too. So they'll be down 2 big men down low, which is really going to hurt. But Crowell, he has the ability to step out and hit threes. I know Illinois is fairly decent at limiting them, but since when was this? Since December 10th, Crowell's 10 of 15 games get at least 1 3-pointer. So without those guys, he'll be able to shoot over top who's ever going to be on guarding him. So I took Stephen Crowell higher than a half a 3-pointer made. He's also made one in the last 4 games too. So he's getting them up and seeing them go in. So I like him at home tonight.
Getting his FGAs up. Back to you, Huff, for leg number 2.
I'm going to
sorry.
Get it in early. Eric Dixon hasn't been shooting as well, but I'm going to go back to the original well that was serving us early in the season. I'll go Eric Dixon higher than 2.5 threes. So 2.5 threes. So I think he does enough volume. Maybe going against my UConn pick, but that's all Villanova has anyway. So yeah, give me Dixon on those threes.
I like that. All right, back to you, Trev, for the final leg of this slate.
I'm going to the Purdue game. We're going to go Braden Smith higher than 17.5 points. At home, he's more of a distributor. He gets downhill, he grabs rebounds and whatnot, kicks him out for assists. But on the road, he kind of takes it more into his hands and he scores more buckets. So I'm going to take him higher than 17.5 points. They're going to need all they can get out of him, and especially with them losing 2 straight, I think they come out on fire tonight and take down Michigan State at home.
The code, everybody, the promo code that is TCE SGPN. To claim your special pick and first-time deposit, offer up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. All right, guys, let's continue on this journey together. Let's go over to Oklahoma, Florida. This game is gross, and I'll give a gross pick out. I actually like Oklahoma here. Too many points. Desperate spot, bubble team. I'm not laying this with Florida. I'll take the points with Boomer Sooner, coming off that embarrassing loss to LSU at home.
This is the one P5 matchup I just didn't bet yet. I feel like I don't want to fade the swamp, and for some reason I got this weird inkling that Oklahoma is randomly going to cover this game. But so deciding between fading the spot or the swamp or picking Oklahoma, I'll pick Florida and look for a Florida live spot, but I didn't bet this game, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't pick this one either. But Florida just their average home margin is like 25 points this year. Like they just blow teams out at home. Oklahoma hasn't looked good on the road. I'd pick Florida, but I don't want to bet it. I mean, both defenses play slow, so if Florida just happens to have a little rough shooting night, that could end up troublesome for them. But I wouldn't want to bet on Oklahoma personally. So I wish you the best of luck, Mac. And Kyle, as he said, he threw money on Oklahoma money line. So best of luck to you guys. I'll root for you. I'm not betting this game.
Yes, shout out to Kyle. I was on there earlier on the sauce, baby. Him and Toast. It was a fun time. So make sure you go check out their channel every single day as well. Giving out daily picks. Trev, I know you're always on there too. So yeah, get on over there to Kyle's channel. Let's go over to this game. I'm interested to see what you guys do here. Number hasn't budged all day. Mississippi State laying the 2.5. I laid it with Mississippi State. I think that this is a spot that are finally going to pop up at home. They have burned everybody in these home spots. Like, 4 straight? A&M won 4 in a row. Got Tennessee on deck. I think Mississippi State can go athlete for athlete with A&M here. Give me Hail State. Lay the 2.5.
Yeah, I went ahead with locked up Texas A&M last night. I still like it down to 2.5. I mean, I going off your sentiment, I just have been burned by Mississippi State too many times, and I just don't want to be that, that ex-girlfriend you're texting, I feel like is Mississippi State or whatever, and I don't want any part of that. So I'll stay off of that and take Texas A&M.
Yeah, I picked A&M, did not bet it. To your point, Mississippi State's lost 4 of their last 5 home games. So maybe you could say it's a little telling they're laying points, but they are coming off the Egg Bowl too, sweeping that actually. So maybe it's a little bit of a hangover spot. Obviously, they need this game, but A&M can play physical, crash the glass, own the rebounds. So I think it'll be a tough spot, but I have no idea. But I will guarantee A&M catching points is probably a pretty public play today. Regardless, so I didn't bet this. I picked A&M, but no bet for me. So I'll be pulling for you. I'll live vicariously through you in this one.
Purdue Sparty. I mean, situationally, this is a great spot for Purdue. Coming off a home loss where they don't lose at home often. They're hitting the road. East Lansing, they've had success here. Sparty. Crazy win Saturday. They hold Illinois scoreless. I like Purdue. I think Purdue's going to go into East Lansing and get it done here. I'll take the Boilermakers. Give me Braden Smith, the best player on the floor, and Matt Painter gets it done.
I'm battling here with Michigan State in the home spot. Screw this Purdue team. Watch them play at home. It was horrible. No, I do like betting. I was on Purdue against Wisconsin. So shout out, Trevor. Your team ended up getting it. John Tonji's a beast. But
Player of the year, some say.
It's tough fading Matt Painter off 2 losses, I will say. But come on. I like this Michigan State team. I think we see a little stumble in Purdue, and maybe it's an okay time to lose before they end the season on a high note.
Yeah, I'm on Purdue too. They need this game, back-to-back losses. You get Michigan State off the 400 record win for Izzo. Coming back home, I think it's a little bit of a flat spot here. I know it's at home, but after that game, I mean, I think it's going to be rough for them. And Purdue needs to win this game if they want to have any chance at the Big Ten title, because, I mean, they've got a fairly tough schedule. Michigan State does too. And so they can, I believe, tie with Michigan tonight if they win this game. So given their schedule coming up and everything that's included for the spot in this one, I like Purdue outright. I think they get it done, but you're going to give me 3.5. I'll just take that and call it a day there.
All righty. Well, chat reminder, throw your stuff in there. We'll get to as many as we can at the end. I think we'll actually touch on pretty much every game. There's not that many games. Tech, TCU, numbers come down. Oh, yeah. Give me TCU all day. This is always a crazy rivalry game. This game, I mean, TCU plays up to their competition. They're a great team to back as a dog because they muck it up and they play on that fucked up rubber court. Yeah, I mean, the first game, the score was not an indication of the actual game. Tech blew that thing open late. TCU had the lead, I think, in the midway through the second half. So, yeah, I'm all over the Frogs and Jamie Dixon here.
I'm with you here. Yeah, I like the way TCU played in Lubbock, and to your point, it wasn't an indicator, and I think it depends on the number you got, but I still think they covered for some people as well too, even letting that get open. I like Dixon at home. I think TCU's got some pieces. Texas Tech's been playing out of their mind. They probably end up still winning this game, but not one that they want to improve their net rate ranking on. So yeah, give me TCU here.
Yeah, I like TCU. I like the 8.5 last night. Thought I bet it. I did not. So I may play this 7 yet. But yeah, at home, Texas Tech's also off like a 40-point drumming of Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
So you got to imagine it's going to be a little flat offensively here. And like you said, TCU at home is just much better than they are on the road. They've won their last home game they lost was Kansas back in January 22nd. So I mean, they play better at home. You got a flat spot potentially here for Texas Tech. So I'll take TCU. I might bet the 7, even though it's got bet down quite a bit.
All righty, let's go over to the Illini and Wisconsin. Yeah, we know where Trevor's going. Same logic as Purdue, Michigan State. I mean, they played each other. They just flipped opponents here. Illinois, Sparty squared off. Wisconsin and Purdue squared off. Now they're just flipping opponents. I like Illinois. Illinois wins in Madison again here tonight. They've been the kryptonite for your Badgers. So, yeah, give me Illinois here, foxhole spot. Let's go Illini.
Yeah, this state's tourism drives the Wisconsin economy. So I think Illinois got their number. That's a bit going on at the Pump Fake Pod, but Illinois, they get it right. Their jersey ceremony at halftime totally cursed them. It was something just spooky going on last game. I know they've lost 4 out of their last 5, but for some reason they do get up in the Kohl Center better than other teams do. One very tough place to play. But I'm going Wisconsin hangover after just dropping 94 on the road. So yeah, give me Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, you can think it's a flat spot all you want, you know. Oh, they go beat Purdue. That was crazy. No, that was an easy win. All right, like Bucky's way better than we get credit for. All right, we're dominate. You got no Montez Johnson or whatever his name is for Illinois. Visich is not questionable. Badgers got 5 shooters on the floor at all time, 2 7-footers. Kamari McGee also was ejected off some bullshit in that Purdue game, and that really fired him up. So maybe you could argue that it's a letdown here potentially, but I don't think so. I think McGee comes out, has a big game also, and I think we get it done here. I think this is a disrespectful number. I think they're baiting you into Illinois. So, yeah, Kyle, keep dreaming. You know, lay off the damn weed, buddy, because this is Wisconsin by 20, if anything.
Hey, no one discredits Wisconsin. They're a good team. No one does.
I think we're getting respect now, which kind of scares me. But to the point that they do have our number.
Ranks you in my top 10 on purpose, butter you up, make you feel good, and then slip in through the back door with the Illini.
That was 3 weeks too overdue. But to the point, Illinois has won like the last 9 or so. This is the best team we've had since that national championship run. So I think this team gets up and we dominate tonight. Bring on the Illini.
You heard that. Everybody go take Illinois money line. He's compared it to Kaminsky and fucking Decker now. They're screwed. Wisconsin.
I didn't say we were as good. I said this is the best team since.
They are fun to watch.
One of one.
I do like watching Wisconsin. Another team I love to watch is Houston, but they're going to be in trouble tonight. This is a flat spot for Houston. Laying 11.5 number has not budged. Number has not budged. Arizona State's going to hang in this thing. They're probably going to be leading, honestly, for 30 minutes of this game and then give it away at the very end. Houston wins by 9.
Yeah, Houston just hasn't been covering this number, so I didn't lock this game up. I think Arizona State's kind of been playing above their pay grade whatsoever, coming off some tough games. Come on, Houston, you got to cover one of these. You just get right to the number and just always end at the number this season. So I'll pick Houston. I don't think I'll bet this game, though.
Yeah, I'm not betting it, but I did pick Houston. I just think they're too physical, and they're doing like an absolute just smash spot. And I believe Quaintance is out again. He's missed like the last 3 games or so. So that'll be Juwan or Roberts and Francis should just do whatever they want down low. But maybe they're out partying in Tempe a little bit or wherever the hell Scottsdale, wherever the hell this campus is, and little hungover. But I think they're just gonna be too physical. I think their guards are far better, and I think they get it done. But it is scary that this line is sat at 11.5, 12 for the entire night and day. So no pick, but give me Houston.
Well, and I see the chat saying they've heard that before. I don't know where that's coming from. Houston has lost 4 out of 5 ATS as a double-digit favorite. They have not been covering the big numbers. They've covered the pick'ems, like the Kansas game, the Arizona game on Saturday. They covered the -9.5, 8.5 against Baylor, but they have not been covering the big numbers at all. Not even close. I mean, at Colorado, they won by 10. They were laying like 16. Oklahoma State, they were laying like 18. They won by 9. Texas Tech, they were cover or 10-point favorites. They lost outright. West Virginia at home, they did not cover that game. At UCF, they were like a 14-point favorite. They wanted the buzzer. They have not been covering the big numbers. Just they play kind of a brand of basketball. It's tough to cover the bigger numbers. So yeah, Houston wins. Arizona State covers. Arizona State leads for a majority of the game, and then they blow it like they did against Iowa State and Arizona. We've seen this fucking game over and over again. They're so goddamn annoying. All right, here we go. I'll do it again. Just somebody hand me the shotgun. I'll take Kansas. I'll take these fucking pussies. How can I bet on the Mormons against Bill Self staying out there pissed off for 2 days? I'm not getting cute. I'll take Kansas. I'll die on the sword. Kansas outright. I don't even need the points. Give me the money line. Just give me the money line. Kansas. I think this is the fake sharp play of the day, like BYU against Arizona 2 weeks ago was.
Yeah, give me the Jayhawks here as well. Completely agree with you. They've stayed out there. They just got embarrassed losing to Utah. That's an embarrassing loss. I think Bill Self gets them up. I keep hearing maybe about Zeke Mayo and whatnot. If he doesn't play, great. I don't want him inbound in the basketball late. So that's completely fine. Give me Kansas here on the road. They get up. I don't normally fade Provo, but for some reason I'll take that, especially with Kansas catching points.
Yeah, I'm on the Mormons here. At Provo, Cougars' tails will be flying everywhere. Everyone's going to have their own Cougars' tail. It's going to be loud. They can hit jump shots. They can make threes. Kansas kind of just relies on their defense. I mean, Utah, we just saw what happened to them. They just lost outright to the Utes, for Christ's sake. And I know BYU's not a great defensive team, but I just don't think Kansas is that great offensively to where they can hang into this game. And BYU's got size down low to kind of bang with Dickinson, and Dickinson's a pansy too. So I don't see him fighting for many rebounds and shit against that big guy down there. So I like BYU. I got -3. Let's go Mormons.
I will co-sign Dickinson being a fucking pansy. You're gonna be pissed off in the chat tonight when you go. I can't believe I took BYU against Kansas.
I'm feeling good tonight. I'm feeling good. Mormons by 7.
All right, we'll battle. All right, hey, this is a fun game. Nevada, Colorado State, and if you remember this game last year in Colorado Springs when the dude from Nevada made the 70-footer.
Yeah.
Banks,
shit,
three.
yeah.
This game was electric, and this game is always electric when these two play. I'm on Nevada, guys. Give me the points as Alfred. I like taking Alfred as a dog, not as a favorite. And I think Nevada might have the best roster in the league, but they've just underachieved. So yeah, give me Nevada. I think they're finding themselves coming down the stretch.
Yeah, a good roster that's underachieving. It's better than thinking you have a good roster and paying.
Where did he go to school at? Where did Alfred go to school at? It must be a Hoosier thing.
He went to IU. Yeah, he has not been the best coach at Iowa, New Mexico. He had some good New Mexico teams, but yeah, I went with Colorado State here. I know Nevada's kind of playing better than they have been, but I really like Fort Collins at home, and I do like Nico Medved. I think they can get this done. This is going to be a dog fight for the most part of this game. I think the foul game gets it done with the cover for Colorado State.
Yeah, I'm with him. I went with Colorado State here. I hate Alfred. I think Nevada's been playing over their heads lately. Like Davidson, that Davidson kid's been on fire lately. I think this might be a spot where he just falls flat. Colorado State's been money at home, and they haven't lost a game since New Mexico, December 28th at home, and then Riverside got them 2 at home. But Riverside's also beating Irvine in San Diego, so gotta respect those guys. I'll take Colorado State, and like you said, I think it's a tight game. Late we get the foul game. They go up 5 or 6, and we sweat out a pointless 3-point shot at the buzzer for a cover or not.
We don't even need to go to the chat, to be honest. I can just fly around these games just because we just covered 10 of them. Three other ones have tipped off. Gulf Coast up 3-0, Austin P up 3-0, and Miami of Ohio up 2-0. Villanova, UConn 2-2 early. In that game, let's fly around the MAC, guys. We got Kent State. They're laying 5.5 at Bowling Green. We got Northern Illinois at Akron. Akron's laying almost 20. It's actually down to 19.5 some spots. Central Michigan, the Chips, getting 4.5 at Miami. Toledo laying 7.5 against Ball State at home. And then the Blue Bulls are a short dog at home against Western Michigan. What were my MAC bets in these? I took Ohio, I took Bowling Green, and then I took the big number with Northern Illinois. I did not touch Buffalo. I can't do it. Mentally, I can't do it.
Yeah, I took Ohio as well. I took Western Michigan. And I picked Miami, Ohio, didn't bet them, and picked Toledo as well. I like this Ball State team. They randomly get up for games, but I don't feel them against Toledo tonight, even on a bad defense. So those are my MAC plays tonight.
Let's go. Shout out to you, Free Picks Risk Taker Sports. Nice name. Tweet us out. Consistency, baby. That's what we do. Cheers, everybody. Couldn't do without you. And see over 200 people watching this live. So hit that like and subscribe button to help us grow the channel even more and more. We want to keep bringing you guys content, man. You guys are a part of what we do here, and we appreciate you, the audience. Even the Jack fucks. That was the nicest I've been in like a month.
Yeah, I went with Central Michigan in the first one. I didn't bet it. I know they have Akron on deck, but Ohio's got Akron on deck. But Central Michigan has played fairly well lately. I mean, it was that weird 5.5 number, I believe, last night too. And Ohio at home has kind of been shaky, losing 2 of their last 3. So I think they get their revenge tonight. If not, it's going to be a tight game for Central Michigan. I did go with Bowling Green with you guys as well here. I like them. I know they just beat Buffalo, whoop-de-doo, but I think they kind of built a little something on that, considering how scarce the wins have been as of late. I think they found another win after a loss and didn't let it spiral again. So I think they keep it rolling here tonight. I picked NIU. I'm not going to bet it, but 20.5 is absolutely ridiculous. No, thank you. So I will take the Huskies. No, not betting it. But I did bet Western Michigan. Simple play. We fade Buffalo. So I'm making hopefully another ATM transaction at the Bank of Buffalo tonight. I got the money line minus 125 last night on Western Michigan. So let's go Broncos.
They did beat Northern Illinois last weekend, but yeah, they'll be hungover then, still from Tuesday.
Yeah, no big deal.
All right, so we hit the MAC. We hit the SEC games. All right. Hey, let's go to an ACC doubleheader, Trev. I saw you trolling the ACC. You get a thumbs and like up from Moneyline Mac over here. Pitt's line 10.5. What the fuck is this? Pitt, stop with this Pitt phoniness. I am so sick of this shit. And then the other game, you guys want to set your alarm clocks for about 11 o'clock Eastern because that's when this game's going to end. And you're going to need to wake up from the nap you're going to get because Virginia Tech is going to Boston College. Virginia Tech is like 1.5. Oh my God. I'm on Syracuse. I mean, I'm not lying 10.5 with Pitt ever in my life. Yet alone when they're not playing well. And then I guess I'll take Boston College, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you on both. I mean, imagine laying Pitt with 10.5. I mean, God, people must be addicted to laying that number with
This
Pitt.
is a fake sharp number. Like, what is this bullshit?
And I'm not blowing you or anything just because you're a West Virginia fan. I hate this Pitt team. So, yeah, I'll take Syracuse and I'll take Boston College. I mean, shit, I heard they're showing this game live showing in prisons. So, yeah. Torture, I guess.
So. I'm not betting this game. I'll bet the late game. Pitt is like a hot stove that I have to just check and double check and see if it's hot or not. Syracuse is terrible. I picked Pitt. I'm not betting it. I don't know. Like they should be able to get to the free throw line. They hit the free throws. They rebound, but I'm not betting this game. Like I would rather bet Mississippi Valley and Arkansas Pine Bluff than I would Pitt Syracuse. So no, thank you, Pitt, and definitely don't bet it. And then I like Virginia Tech in the last one. I mean, they play better on the road than they do at home. And then at home, Boston College has been ass. So I'll take Va Tech. I debated playing this just because it's so disgusting that I kind of want to have action on it. So I may take Va Tech money line later tonight in that one to have something late.
The only reason this game will have ratings are airports or something, or who's going to watch this game?
I'm not going to lie. Like taking Syracuse plus 470 on the money line is tempting. I mean, you're never going to get a shittier team to get a plus 470 against. And the problem is that Syracuse sucks so bad too. And that's why they're getting plus 470. But it would not shock me. They won at Pitt last year. Remember that? They went out there as a dog. They swept them, and then they almost beat them at home this year. It's usually a close game. Chat's asking about the ASUN. Let's go over to a real league. Nobody wants to talk about the ACC anymore. Lipscomb, Eastern Kentucky, big game here tonight in this ASUN that we love. Central Arkansas, Queens, not as big. Western Georgia at North Alabama. North Alabama and Queens, definitely the superior teams in their matchups, but that's a lot of points in the ASUN. I took Eastern Kentucky. I think they're going to beat Lipscomb again and sweep them. And I guess I'll take the two dogs, Central Arkansas and West Georgia.
Yeah, I didn't really bet this league too much tonight, but I'm with you.
North Florida and Stetson, too, is tonight.
Yeah.
If you want that.
Yeah, no kidding. I took North Florida there. I definitely bet Eastern Kentucky. I like them at home. They're playing out of their mind. I think the number's great. I don't know if they win outright. I mean, at that short a number, I do. But like Lipscomb's so good. This game's going to be an awesome game, close-ass game, I think, in my opinion, regardless of who wins. So I took Eastern Kentucky, and I picked Queens, but no big deal. I laid the numbers, just picked them. I didn't bet the big numbers. So
Yeah, I played Eastern Kentucky too. Big game. They're at home catching points. Lipscomb is one game ahead of them in the standings. I think they can sweep them and take control of this conference tonight too. So give me Eastern Kentucky. I took the 4. I'm with Huff. I laid it with Queens. I don't have a strong conviction on that one way or another. Both are off of OT games. So, well, Queens is off of 2 OT games, but Central Arkansas, I believe, just won in an OT game. So, they never win. Now they're going to hit the road off an OT game. So I think they're going to be a little flat here. And then I would take North Alabama. I mean, they just steamroll teams at home. I don't see anything really changing tonight against West Georgia, who I believe also West Georgia's off a win too. They beat Bellarmine. So I'll take North Bama. I may bet it. I don't know. I've been thinking about it all day, but I haven't fired on it.
The other Big East games, guys, Butler, Xavier, Seton Hall, Marquette. Xavier's up to 7.5. I still like Xavier. I think I like Xavier at the center. I like backing them in that building. I think they're good in the bully role. They like to beat up on inferior competition. I'm not buying into Butler yet. And then I think Marquette is actually going to steamroll Seton Hall. I think we're due for a Marquette smash spot. They have not covered in like 4 or 5. Seton Hall, they won the Super Bowl. I mean, that was just great that they beat UConn. That made my year that they beat UConn. It's just these cocky ass UConn fans coming here every night saying we're underrated. It's us against the world. You lost to fucking Seton Hall and Colorado in 1 year, and Villanova is up 7-4. Long way to go with Cal Neptune. But yeah, I like to shit on UConn. You guys know. Huff, go ahead.
I'm with you on both of these picks for the late Big East window. I think Marquette drilled them. I don't love laying points with that team, but I do think they drill them. And I'll take Xavier as well. I don't foresee Butler to have as many possessions as Xavier. And Butler doesn't force turnovers. Xavier kind of does. Butler isn't really great with the basketball either. So I just foresee more possessions, foul game. Give me Xavier to cover as well.
Yeah, you guys know where I stand on Butler. So
pick Butler. Come on, pick Butler.
I was gonna say because of that, I will take Butler. I think they win outright. So there you go. We'll do that. So they'll lose in not heartbreaking, dramatic fashion by like 20 or something. And then Seton Hall, man. When they have Adewusu in there, they're kind of underrated. They're ass, but they play so much better without him. When they don't, they're fucking terrible. So I know it's the Super Bowl, but I haven't been impressed with Marquette. They haven't passed the eye test for me. So I think Seton Hall can play some tough defense and lose this game by like 14 or something. So I'll take Seton Hall, no bet on either of these games.
You're screwed on your BYU bet. The guy at the Chinese restaurant's taking BYU, so you're screwed.
Fuck.
Shout out Aristotle. So he said there's not going to embarrass Thad. I guess it is a return game to Xavier too. As well.
I thought about that. I think last year they won by like 14 or 15. I don't think he's going to run it up, but I think he wins by like 12.
Yeah, he'll get a video package again.
Matt Dix, good transition over. So he's taking Colorado. I'm laying it with Iowa State. I think this could be another massacre here. I'm going to fade Seton Hall and Colorado off their big weekend wins.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me Iowa State. I mean, they haven't been they cover these numbers against these like inferior teams. So I'll take Iowa State here as well. Colorado, they got their one win. Go home.
I like Colorado first half. I think Iowa State kind of starts slow at home at points here, and then that second half, like the last 5-10 minutes, they just turn it on, and they'll be winning by 2 and cover a 17-point spread. That we've seen them do it multiple times this year. So I think Colorado comes in feeling good off of their win. Iowa State kind of hangs around. They beat them up a little bit, and then the second half, Iowa State just kickstarts it and runs them out the gym. And you're sitting there with the Colorado ticket, like, how the hell did we not cover 18.5? We were down 3 at halftime here. So,
yeah,
I'll take Colorado first half or Iowa State full game.
Beautiful. Pair of mid-major games later tonight, Tennessee State, Tennessee Martin. Barton Lane 2.5. Fresno. The Fresno roller coaster going to San Diego State in 18.5. I laid it with Martin. I actually really like Martin. I was telling Kyle on his show. Martin's a different team. First-year head coach, but they kind of found their identity in the month of February. I like Shulman. I liked him at the JUCO level. And I don't trust Penny, the other Penny at Tennessee State. And then I'm taking Fresno. I can't quit the Fresno Express. Getting 18.5 in a late night spot. Backdoor layup off the backboard, top of the backboard to lose by 18.
Yeah, I'll go with you there on Martin. These two games I didn't bet really, but I probably will end up betting aside for Fresno. I'll take Fresno. I still like their team total under too. I mean, they could still cover just because I think the amount of limited possessions from both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I like Martin too. I bet them. I think that it's a nice revenge spot for them. I mean, they had Tennessee State beat like 3 minutes left, and then they blew that lead, and then got run out in overtime here. So I think it's a nice revenge spot for them to get Tennessee State here. And, Martin can, they can tie up with them in the conference standings here. So, I mean, they'll pretty much be dead, but they'll have a fighter's chance only being out 3 games from first place here. But I still think more of it's just like a revenge spot. They had that game won. They blew it. Now you're going to get them back at home here. I think Martin gets it done. And then Fresno, oh, man, San Diego State, that team either wins by 20 or they fucking, lose outright. There's no in between with this team.
Yeah.
But Fresno is terrible. I would kind of like a Fresno team total under maybe. I think it's gonna be slow paced, and San Diego defense, more often than not they show up than they don't. So I would like that Fresno State team total under. I think it's gonna be rough for them. San Diego may sleepwalk through it a little bit, but Fresno's offense is not the greatest. I mean, they live on that Zion Collins kid a bunch. So I like the team total under in the late night spot. If I had to pick a side, I would San Diego State, I guess.
You're really selling me.
I know. Fresno, I loved Fresno to start the year, and then they lost to Aguilar. Now I just can't get a read on this team whatsoever.
Can't quit the Express. It's too entertaining. The first game, Fresno was controlling. And then they just got absolutely housed in the second half. That was the first game where I was like, oh my God, this Fresno experience is not very fun. All right, guys, 2 games left, and we will have literally touched on every game. 2 high major games. South Carolina at LSU. Does South Carolina win their first SEC game at LSU? And then Minnesota getting a big number at UCLA. I'm on both road teams. I think the Gamecocks win tonight. Back-to-back road spot. I'm fading LSU off the miracle win. What's the number, Edsel? 2.5? Yeah. Love the Gamecocks. And then I like Minnesota. They've actually been kind of chippy as the big dog lately. They hang in these games. They play hard for Ben Johnson. You're getting UCLA coming back from the double road trip, big spots, big primetime games against Illinois and Indiana. Are they really going to be locked in and going to just drill them from the beginning? I don't think so. I think UCLA wins by 7 or 8.
Yeah, I smell a backdoor with this one, even if it is a shellacking for the most part with Minnesota. I think this team is somewhat gritty, and if they if Minnesota's or UCLA is in a big lead, I see them playing with their food. And to your point, USC or the Minnesota just played USC. They've been out there. They've been acclimated. Now UCLA is coming back. They've definitely had some time to adjust, get back to their normal. But we've seen it with those travel spots where they've been sleepy. So, yeah, give me UCLA here. I went back and forth on South Carolina LSU. It's a coin flip game. But heads or tails is telling me South Carolina gets their first win as well, too.
Yeah, I like LSU. I know it was a crazy win against Oklahoma, but I think maybe they kind of found a little something and fight for McMahon a little bit here. South Carolina routinely gets absolutely fucked up on the road, messed up big time. Their one close game was Vandy by 3, but Vandy had Tennessee on deck. They definitely just sleptwalked through that game with the big one on deck. So I think LSU, maybe they are feeling a little bit high and mighty here, but at the end of the day, I think they're going to fight for McMahon, and they build off that momentum of winning a game. And they always play better at home too. So I think it's kind of like a number that they want you to believe in South Carolina, but South Carolina showed nothing on the road that'll ever make you believe that they should win a road game in conference play this year, in my opinion. So I took LSU. I did not bet it. And then the Minnesota game, I kind of liked UCLA last night, but, thought about it throughout the day. I'm just like, UCLA, road trip, Minnesota's stuck around there. Garcia had 7 points, and they still found a way to win that game. And they shot hot in the second half. So I think maybe they can build on it. So I will Benedict over to Minnesota today, and I might bet this game because I'll need something for that late window here. My last bet's at 8 o'clock tonight, so I'm going to need something for those night games.
What did it open at again? 13.5?
13, I believe.
Yeah, it's come down a little bit.
Yeah, I can look real quick. It's on DraftKings. It opened 13.5.
13.5. Okay.
It's catching 5% of money right now, and it's still coming down.
Yeah, I don't think Minnesota can win, but they've been shocking people on the road left and right in conference play. They've been a road team. So, all right, let's get over to best bet real quick. There's going to be some tight assholes in fucking stores here in a minute.
Yeah.
Villanova's up 16-6 early. A lot of time left. Timeout Hurley. Eastern Michigan is up 7 early on Miami of Ohio. Gulf Coast up 14-13. And hello, Bellarmine. Hello, 18-11 to start the game. Let's go, Bellarmine. They are definitely going to blow it. But hopefully they cover the 4.5 that we have. All right. Favorite moneyline dog. Whoa, there we go. Let's go to Huff. You lead the way. What's your favorite dog of the night?
I was looking for a long one, and I actually think we're gonna go with TCU at home on the rubber floor. Let's go a little deeper. I was battling between them and Eastern Kentucky, but I actually think TCU can get this done and get an upset on a random game here.
That's a nice one. Plus 260.
Yep.
This is the mybookie.ag. Promo code TCE SGPN parlay, guys. Get on over there.
I'll go with Purdue. Must-have game, must win. Sparty off the Izzo record coming home. I know it's never smart fading Sparty at home, especially Izzo towards March. But that was a gigantic win. I think that team went max effort to really come back from 17 down and then win the fucking game by 15 for Christ's sake. So. I think it's going to be a little bit of a flat spot here. You get an uber desperate Purdue team here tonight.
I won't overthink this shit. Give me Kansas. 19-1 this parlay, guys. TCU knocks off Tech. Purdue knocks off Sparty. And Kansas wins at the Super Soaker. Get on over there. 19-1, everybody. MyBookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. You can get a matching deposit up to $1,000. I mean, that's pretty damn good. And a $10 casino chip. That is pretty nice as well. All right, gents, good shit over here. Ran through all 30 games. Games are tipping off here in 4 minutes on the 7 o'clock slate. So get on over there and subscribe to all the channels. Late show again tonight. Colby's on the main show at 11:30, so we'll go right after, probably close to 1:30. Pump Fake Pod, I assume, tonight as well?
10:30, yep. 10:30 Eastern. So we'll be chopping up the Wednesday slate. There's some decent games tomorrow.
So you guys can go watch Trev just get pissed off at his Badgers over there.
The victory lap's gonna be awesome tonight.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. Pregame show. I will not be on the pregame show tomorrow. I will be at VCU UMass, and then hopefully Thursday, pending weather, I will be at Radford UNC Asheville. So knock on wood that the weather, we're supposed to get some snow here. I don't feel like going up and down the mountains 3+ hours in the snow. So for the Radford game, VCU will be easy to get to. VCU fucking 20 minutes away. And I'm going to go see Frank and those guys. So get those guys back, Troy, Cap, and we will be here the rest of the week. This has been the College Basketball Experience pregame show. He's at Michael_Hufford3. He's at Sully Picks. Go check out the Pump Fake Pod. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. We are the College Basketball Experience, and we are out of here now.
Oh, here comes the Neptune special.
Yeah. I hope we can hold on. But I'm going to hold my breath.